And some people have already stopped working on their goals. They've already given up. They've already started sliding back into your old ways, started not putting in the effort, not showing up again. So this is just your reminder. If you're seeing this on your timeline, this is your reminder that 2025 has to be different. 2025 is not going to be like the years before.
Be welcome to the party.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl. If you're new here, welcome. Please do subscribe. Welcome to the party. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for watching again. Now let's get right into it. So today, this is just going to be a little chit chat video of staying focused on your goals and how to actually make sure that by the end of the year, when December 2025 comes, you are not in the same position that you were in December 2024. So I just thought that as the last video that I'm uploading in January, let's talk about our New Year resolutions once again. Okay, so I feel like our goals and New Year resolutions are something that we more talk about and focus on like December, early January, and even now. Yeah, some people could still be going strong, but there are some people that have already forgotten what they wanted to do, what they set out, what they wrote, and it was all fun and games. It was nice writing it down, going to church, telling God, I want this, this, and this. All of that was great. Saying, so 2025, I'm going to do better. That felt good, right? However, you need to practically step into those things. And some people have already stopped working on their goals. They've already given up. They've already started sliding back into your old ways. You started sliding back. You started not putting in the effort, not showing up again. So this is just your reminder. If you're seeing this on your timeline, this is your reminder that 2025 has to be different. 2025 is not going to be like the years before. And that's something that I'm even telling myself. I want 2025 to be different. If 2025 is going to be different, then I need to do something differently. Every year you write down goals, you set a target, nothing changes. The next year comes, you write down goals. And again, if you're writing the same goal every year, check yourself. So these are just going to be a few of my tips on how I plan to stay aligned with my goals and how I plan to achieve my goals. Keep your eye on the goal. So don't get distracted, don't get tired, don't get discouraged. So I would encourage you to have your goals somewhere where you can see. For example, I have my vision board right next to my window where I see it, whether I'm looking at it directly, subconsciously, as I am doing whatever I'm doing, it's there. My eye can just pass and catch a glimpse of it. So have your goals somewhere where they are visible to you so that you are constantly reminding your subconscious of these goals and you're not going to forget them. Point number 2, set realistic expectations for yourself. I feel like sometimes the reason we don't achieve our goals is because we're not setting realistic expectations. For example, I am going to be in the gym 5 days a week. When you know you are a full-time student, you work a full-time job, there is absolutely no way you're going to move around all of these things to be in the gym 5 times a week. Right? So set a realistic target for yourself. I'm going to be in the gym 2 times a week. I am going to cut down on carbs for a month. And then I'm going to cut down on sugar. You cannot just jump to the extreme end. That's not possible. So set realistic expectations for yourself. That way you'll be able to achieve them. However, within saying this point, I do want to stress the fact that this does not mean set small targets. Dream big. The fourth statement is set realistic goals, but dream big. One thing I would encourage everyone is dream Do not limit your goals to your situation, to what you can see currently at the time. Do not limit your goals to what other people that you know have done or have achieved. Set goals from the deepest depth of your heart, you know. And one thing that I have realized and learned is that God really will meet you and do exceedingly above and beyond what you expect. But I do want you to understand that you need to have an expectation, and then He can surpass the expectation. So having an expectation of, let's say, I want a job that gives me $300, right? And God will give you 500. God will give you a job that gives you 500. And you're like, oh my God, wow. But you could have had a job that gives you 1,000, that gives you 5,000. Imagine, you know? If your goal is, I want to save 10,000 by the end of the year, right? That do not ever limit yourself. Honestly, the statement that the sky is the limit is not even true, because once you have the sky, there is the stars, okay? Once you have the stars, there is the galaxy. Once you have you can go beyond that. So there is honestly no limit to what you can have, what you can achieve. Okay, I'm not just trying to sound like those motivational speakers, because if you genuinely put your mind to something, you can achieve it. Can I achieve this target? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And to understand whatever my heart's desire, God put that desire in your heart for a reason. So whatever you desire, there's a reason why one person can desire something and the next person does not. So the reason God put that desire on your heart is because it's achievable. Is because it's doable, okay? The next person is not desiring that. The next person is not imagining that. You are, because it's achievable for you. Okay, so set realistic targets, but dream big. It's January, and I already ticked off like something from my vision board that was very important to me, and I'm just like, wow, God, wow, wow. And so I'm even thinking like, wow, I should have gone harder. I should have put more things. I should have put more expectations. Absolutely. Set goals beyond what you have seen, like beyond what you think you are capable of doing. Set those goals, okay? The third part. So number 3 is break down your goals into smaller bite-sized pieces. So um, I might do another video specifically for this topic, but more in relation to how to break down your glow up journey. However, as for goals in general, so today I'm just going to talk about it in general. Breaking down your goals into bite sized pieces, I would give myself, let's say, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months. So give yourself a target within the next 2 weeks. How am I working on this goal? Within the next 1 month, how am I working towards this goal within the next 3 months? So make sure every 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, 6 months, you are able to actually list the actions that you are taking towards achieving that. One particular example or like a goal would be, let's say you said you're going to travel more. What steps are you taking towards that goal? Sometimes it's not necessarily you just booking the trip. It could be, okay, I'm going to put aside money in the first 2 months or 3 months of the year. I'm going to be putting aside this amount of money. And then it could be, okay, I need to go get my passport. It could be like, make sure every 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you are able to account what were you doing to add to that goal. Okay. Break your goals down into smaller pieces. That way it is more achievable and less scary to face. Because when you're just facing a goal of, okay, by the end of the year, I want to save 10,000. That's scary when you look at it that way. However, when you look at it in the sense of like, okay, I will need to save roughly 100 and something every month. And by the time we get to December, I will have 10K. That is a better way of looking at this compared to I need 10K. You know, much into this particular topic just because, like I said, I'm going to create another video specifically on this part, but in relation to how to blow up your life. keep yourself accountable. So keep yourself accountable for tracking the progress that you're making, for seeing, are you actually doing the things that you need to do, the small things that you need to do to achieve the bigger goal. You can make a checklist and check that on a weekly basis. What progress have I made? Or what is still to be done? Beyond that, I would also encourage finding people you trust, 1 to 3 people that you trust to also keep you accountable. One way that I'm practicing this is me and my friends have a prayer group. So within this, we basically are motivating each other to finish reading, the Bible. So we set goals. We all have our individual spiritual goals. However, we do check on each other to make sure that, we are making the progress that we set out to do within our spiritual lives. With that is making sure that the other person has read the chapter that they were supposed to read, or they prayed today like they were supposed to, they watched that sermon that they were supposed to. And finding like-minded people will be a great way to stick to your goals. Find someone else who wants to be in the gym. Find someone else who also wants to get healthy. Find someone who also wants to learn makeup and learn it together. Lastly, point number 5, I would say celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small accomplishments that you are making. That would be a great way to motivate yourself, because another reason for you not accomplishing your goals, it could be you getting discouraged, unmotivated. So find ways to keep yourself interested on that goal. Find ways to encourage yourself, healthy ways. So celebrate the small progress that you are making whilst you are aiming for the bigger goal overall. And one fun way that I plan to be practicing this is through this TikTok that I saw. And this guy was basically talking about how he will be getting himself a gift every month. So a gift to yourself every single month. And that's something that I'll be practicing here together with my goals. So every month when I am now getting that reward for myself, I want to be able to sit down and list, how have I been working towards my goals? Have I been doing the work? And that's where accountability comes in, because you can lie and say, hey, I was doing it. I was eating healthy, but I just had a slice of cake every other day. You can lie to yourself, but you need to now be accountable with yourself and say, this month was not too great. I didn't make as much progress. So I'm not deserving of this gift that I was going to give myself. So be true to yourself. Tell yourself, okay, I did the work. I did what I was supposed to. I worked towards my goal by doing 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is the gift to myself. And then you get yourself the gift. I think it's a very cool concept. I'll probably insert an image of the suggestions that I was just seeing online. Again, keep your goals somewhere where you can see them, somewhere where you are reminded of them. I want you to have a drive this year like no other. I want you to have a hunger this year like no other, and go for it. Dream big, okay? Pull out all the stops. Sit down, list all the things that you would like, whether it's material things that you wish to possess for this year, whether it is a job, whatever it is that you have a desire for. Write it down and leave it to God. Write it down, put in the work, and then leave it to God. Thank you so much if you have made it until the end. I really appreciate that. I hope you have found something in here useful, something in here that you can apply into your own life and practice, so that 2025 can be. I hope you'll be able to achieve your goals this year. I do hope you will be able to tick off all the things that you set out to do for 2025. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed, like and comment.
Give me lit, baby. Baby, don't you